I am Iron Man.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another review. Today we're taking a look at the ZD Toys 1/10 scale Iron Man. And which one is it? The Mark 17 from Iron Man 3, everyone's favorite, right? No, I'm just kidding. I actually enjoy that movie. I enjoy it now more than I did back when it first came out. And ZD Toys, man, they have made some really cool Iron Man collectible figures. I only took the plastic off of this. I have not actually opened this figure, so we're going to explore it together. There you've got the 17 logo on it, Marvel Studios, Iron Man 3, copyright Marvel. Oh man, he looks great. This is the non-LED version. If you guys have seen other reviews in the past, ZD Toys also makes LED light-up chest and eyes versions of these Iron Man figures, and they look great too. I actually have one of them. It's Mark 3 or Mark 4, I don't remember which one, but I do have them. There's the Zongdong Toy logo, officially licensed from Disney, which is pretty cool. Iron Man 3 moniker on the side here. All the really cool shots of the suit itself. The Mark 17, I think, was the one that became the running joke in Iron Man 3, if memory serves correct. It's a really cool looking suit, though. So, without further ado, let's open it. All right, now here he is out of the box with all of his accessories, and wow, this thing has a ton of paint apps on it. At least a lot to me, in my opinion. He's got some gold. He's got that nice metallic Iron Man red. He's got the silver bits. I mean, look at this guy. You would not believe the scale that this thing is, and there's just a lot of detail to it. Before we take a look at Iron Man on the stand here, he's got a couple of effects that he comes with. You can see you've got these translucent fire effects for flying, for flight poses, and also for, you know, just general attack purposes. He does have the hands to accommodate these. His feet have the pegs, the peg holes at the bottom of them, so you can get him some really cool poses. And he does come with a stand. It's not the most sturdy stand because it's all plastic. However, it is a stand. It's a good stand, and it would help to keep your figures from, you know, taking that nosedive off the shelf. I'll take any stand that goes with that exact figure just to keep them safe because, you know, most of us, we actually open our figures and we actually display them. Not everybody keeps them in boxes. I am not a box person. I would say about 95% of my toys are open and on the shelf, minus, you know, some of the figures I have on the wall here. You can't see them, they're just out of frame. But here's the stand itself. It's got a nice Iron Man 3 typograph on it, Marvel Studios, 1/10 scale Iron Man 3 collections. And, you know, it's got a little spring-loaded hook here to grab onto it. You can move it up and down. At the bottom, there's actually a nice little joint here. It's pretty cool how it all works. And it does hold the figure. It does do a pretty good job of that as well. Like I said, it is plastic, so it's not heavy. But yeah, it works for what you're getting and all the different hands. I won't show every single set of hands. However, they're basically all the same, just open palms. Here, I'll just put this one down over here and I'll show you guys how this one looks. But it's got the nice silver details in there, the little bluish silver energy beam in there. It's pretty cool. He's got the gold paint apps on the top here. I think there's... oh no, there's no panel lining inside, but man, it shows enough detail. So yeah, you can see it's just your standard peg hole that goes in the actual hands themselves. Really nice. So let's take Iron Man off of the stand itself. Let's have a look at him. He does come with these clenched fist hands out of the box. Man, look at that head sculpt. I don't remember the suit being this detailed in the movie, but you know what? I'll take it. You can see the silver underneath. A little bit reminds me just having that Mark V look, you know, where the one where he put the suitcase, he put a suit in the suitcase and that's what he put himself into. But yeah, check that out. That looks so good. The back here. The LED versions usually will have like a little compartment back here. You pop those open and there's a button underneath. And I believe on the other side, like the one I have here, just out of frame, you'll see it in a second. If you open this, there's a charging port. So they have rechargeable batteries inside them, and you just plug it in with a standard USB cable. So that's pretty neat. You can see different vents and just the overall detail of this figure is just really, really good. The arc reactor right here in the center does his famous unibeam. Let's put his arms down for a second so we can get a test of how he flexes and how he moves and all that good stuff. So his head is on a swivel. Well, you have to lift the chin up a little bit, get it past his shoulders. He can look up about that far. Yeah, it's not a lot. So flight poses will have to be, if you take photos of them, you're gonna have to take them like at an above angle just to get those flight poses. He can look down about that far, which is pretty cool. I'm okay with that, you know. Tony Stark, he is that type of guy to look down upon people. So you've got shoulder pads here that are movable. You can take a look inside. They're on a hinge, which is pretty neat. His arms can go into a T-pose, which is good. Bicep swivel. Oh, he's got the actual 360 at the joint there that connects to his shoulder itself. And his elbow goes at about a 90-degree angle, as you can see here. No double jointed elbow, though. I think there's just too much going on in here for that to happen. But yeah, he doesn't have any forearm swivel. You can twist his wrist around. Not too much play without actually popping the actual joint out. Let's pull that out. Yeah, just a standard ball peg. It works. I'm okay. Sometimes simple is just better, you know? Same thing with the other side. Spin the arm around. If you just kind of move this out of the way, you can do the old spin right here. So that's cool. His waist, he's got this extendable waist right here, which is kind of neat. So it gives you that full motion. It does look a bit odd. And, you know, it doesn't pull, pull itself up too much, but it does look a tiny bit odd that you can actually extend his waist like that, or his torso. But you can push it back down and you won't even notice a difference. So it seems that they thought of that, where they're like, well, we have to make it so he has some movement. So when he puts it back down, it looks more natural. But you don't really get a lot of movement when it's locked in place. So here is his legs. He can do a somewhat of a hurricane kick. Again, a lot of these like robot type characters, like some of the Gundams I've done before, it's just their armature that gets in the way. He goes back about that far. Again, it's this clashing with this right here. You can extend the legs down to kind of show some of that gold paint that's underneath here as well, which is really neat. And you barely see it when it's tucked back underneath, which is just a nice little detail. Gold right here, the nice red metallic paint. Some panel lining here as well. He doesn't really have a thigh swivel, so you can only do just about that. His knees, 45-degree angle. Although it would be cool to see him do a full double jointed knee, but that's all right. Again, you know, just got to be careful with your stuff. On the back, I noticed this earlier. He's got these little tiny details here. Imagine for flight poses, if you're that type of person that kind of show your figures from the back, and you know, that's a pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little detail there. He doesn't have any shin or, you know, calf swivel, nothing like that. You've got these little vents here, which could be some type of weapon. I don't recall in the movie if he ever shot any missiles out of his legs, but, you know, you never know. So I'll have to go back and watch it soon. Here's his foot and ankle. That's about as much movement as you can get right there. Up and down, not too much. And there is no toe pivot or any type of rocker here. So you do have a little bit of limited movement as far as all that goes. He is a really nice looking figure, though. I will say that for sure. Let's stop this and we'll kind of set him up here. But yeah, he's a really nice looking figure. He goes well with the other Iron Man figures I have from the same line. ZD Toys makes pretty much all of the Iron Man figures in this scale. I've got the Mark III and 4 here. I want to say that's the Mark III. I want to say that's the 4. They're slightly different in how they look in their thighs, so I think that's how I can tell the difference between the two. But yeah, they all look really good together. If you're one of those people fortunate enough to get all of the ZD Toys Iron Man, I mean, that's quite the collection right there. But he does, you can tell the evolution too between how the original looked when the early days, because I don't have the Mark I or Mark II, but the early days of what ZD Toys was making back then to what they have now, the details are just really, really good. And like I said, they've always kind of made their figures Like, this one's got the thigh swivel, but I don't know if it was really that important, to be honest, for Iron Man to have thigh swivel as a figure. But this is what he looks like with all three of them together. They just look fan-friggin-tastic. You know, the MCU has done a lot for Iron Man. Apparently, he was not even really a B-tier comic character, but, you know, the movies kind of rose up Tony Stark to stardom in that sense as, you know, playing as Iron Man, so, which is a really cool, really, you know, nice thing to happen to him. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Today, we looked at ZD Toys Iron Man Mark 17. It's a really nice figure. If you guys are looking for this, I will put a Amazon affiliate link in the description if you'd like to get your own. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please hit that thumbs up. If you didn't, you can go ahead and hit that thumbs down, but I really hope you did like it. And if you get a second, please subscribe. I would appreciate it. I'm really trying to build up the Blast Processing toy review channel. I've got a few things coming in the future, so hopefully you guys will be there for that. And if you enjoyed this video, thank you so much. And I'll catch you guys on the next video later.